The internet, our global village. For so many of us, it's where we go for community. And while we're online, whether we mean to or not, we inhale a certain way of seeing the world. It's in the air. Incendiary clickbait. Moral outrage pumped down tubes corroded by cynicism into your newsfeed, tubes manufactured by self-serving surveillance capitalists, all to keep you on the platform, to keep you engaged. Rage, righteous indignation, disgust, feuds, storms, it doesn't matter, as long as you keep using the platform. Welcome to the echo chamber, where what you think almost always only matters to the people who already agree with you, the people who will never agree with you, and the surveillance capitalists watching your every move. But that's under the hood. When you're driving the heavy machinery of social media, you're having the experience of autonomy. Your personalized, algorithmically generated echo chamber, that's your community. The other humans plugged into their own echo chambers, that's your platform. Your soapbox to speak your truth. For many millennials, the internet and its spoilt child, social media, elbowed its way into our lives in our late teenage, an age that we're seeing Generation Z reach and pass now. This is an important period in the development of the individual's relationship with themselves. To navigate this terrain successfully results in fidelity and an increased proclivity for personal integrity. When we come to the internet now, we cannot escape the nihilism. We cannot escape the cynicism, the slow breeding authoritarianism of the online left, or the casual, mystical super-fascism of the alt-right. These are two sides in the culture wars, neither truly representing the people they believe themselves to speak for or in defense of. And these are the currents waiting to whisk away the unindividuated. We have come to this place so young, so ready to be ourselves with no idea what that looks like. And the process of becoming ourselves has become muddled up with everybody else's. Is it any wonder then that so few can resist the allure of dogmatic idealism? Is it any wonder that we cannot help but be subsumed by undermining rhetoric that gaslights dissenters into no longer trusting the faculties that have served them lifelong? Faculties to be replaced by the moral metrics of the group. The media doesn't lie. Sometimes it always lies. That's not a logical argument, that's white fragility. It's not that the world's events are often orchestrated for capitalist ends, it's that everything that happens ever is part of a grand, nefarious scheme concocted by demonic, satanic masterminds. That's not even partly because of your class, that's the privilege your identity categories enjoy. It doesn't matter if it's accurate. If it can be construed as true, it is as good as true. If it elicits an emotional reaction in you, if it sets alight the fire of righteous indignation, nuance is threatening to get its coat. The real challenge is to not sacrifice a thoroughly examined and detailed point of view for the emotional charge of a less nuanced and therefore less accurate point of view. The temptation and the allure of dogma and extreme ideologies is ever present. The less of a grasp we each have on our internal worlds and the less emotional space we have between the thing we're being presented with and the thing we do about it, the more that temptation comes calling. So many ideas, especially online, are communicated in this all or nothing way, emotive, incendiary to the last. So much so that they almost effortlessly divide everyone that sees them, everyone that hears them, into these two well-bordered camps, agreeers and disagreeers. Though I have tried to avoid it, this is even true of this video. Biased, nihilistic, and inescapably cynical in its own way. So think about this, and think hard, lest you agree too strongly with all that I've said or disregard it all because it made you uncomfortable or angry. Examine it, interrogate it, really fucking chew it. With authoritarian undertones on the left and fascistic undertones on the right, it can feel like you have to be in the mood for the figurative bloodshed of outright rebellion to disagree. But even if an idea does make you feel something, that doesn't mean that you now owe it, or the person saying it, anything at all. And if you do disagree, sometimes that means openly doing so, and other times that means picking your battles. And a pacifying, non-committal response will do. Other times, silent dissent is more than enough. What matters is that you know what you think, that you know what your principles are, and if you're struggling with your mental health, you make sure that you factor in how that might affect your interpretations of your experiences. We will always be around other humans, and respect and dignity are fundamental parts of what make any society possible. But when it comes to maintaining autonomy of mind, knowing yourself and your own values and principles is key. If you don't know your own mind, a compelling but destructive idea might just slip in the back door and get treated as if it belongs there.